Hello, everyone. Welcome to Backyard Musings, broadcasting live from Apple Valley. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott.
You can hear the motorcycle over there. We debated whether to wait, but we're going to go with it.
It's a free country.
It's a free
It's
country,
a neighbor.
yeah. So this really weird story today. Democrat lawmakers are proposing a bill that would strip Trump or any Secret Service protectee if convicted of a felony of any Secret Service detail protection. This is pure and simply spite against Trump and an invitation to kill Trump while imprisoned. Don't you think?
Well,
To get shanked?
yeah, I mean,
No protection?
I guess if you go with half the country, at least maybe half of the people in the prison like him and half of them don't. I mean, it's just nuts. They're one more thing they're going after this guy. What is going to be the final outcome? What are they keep throwing stuff at him, and they just cannot bring this guy down. He's like the Energizer Bunny, right?
Yeah.
Just keeps on plugging. So
Yeah. What's next?
I don't know.
All right, you got to hear this. Here are the details of the bill. Bernie Thompson, the Democrat from Mississippi, he was also the J6 committee chairperson, proposed I'm not making this up, denying infinite security and government resources allocated toward convicted and extremely dishonorable, that's an acronym for disgraced, former Protectees Act.
Now we talked about an opposite scenario the other day. What if we change the names here, and this is Joe Biden, that a Republican Congress is going after, or a Republican lawmaker is going after to try and change this? The country would be in an uproar. You'd have Pelosi, you'd have Maxine Waters. They'd all be just raising all kinds of ruckus about this.
Yeah.
It's just nuts. These people are nuts.
Yeah, they are. Thompson's fact sheet that came with the bill, he did a fact sheet, maintains this will: 1, Congress must act to ensure Secret Service protection does not interfere with the criminal judicial process and administration of justice. Okay,
really, like they're really
so it just
concerned
takes
about that.
coordination, right?
Yeah, that's a big concern with them, I'm sure.
Solve the issue of the logistics for a protectee that is sentenced to prison, like whatever logistics that is, handing him over, taking his clothes, or getting him a new, I don't know. Avoid complications, or maybe a doctor, looking at him. Avoid complications with incarcerating former President Trump should he be ordered to serve jail time. For example, how to protect Trump actually in the jail. And that's what this fact sheet actually said. Former President Trump. It named him.
That is just...
Solve suggestions that any potential conviction of Trump would likely result in some form of home confinement because there should be no special treatment for felons. Is that ridiculous? Disgraceful. It's called disgraceful.
This whole thing is ridiculous. What do they have against this guy? We were just talking before we went on. 10, 12 years ago, this guy was the left's buddy.
Yeah.
They loved him.
Yeah.
Beauty pageant owner. TV reality star.
Contributed to campaigns.
Contributed to all kinds of campaigns.
I thought he went to Clinton's daughter's wedding.
Yeah, they were invited.
Yeah.
And now, so what has changed in this guy? What has he done? Has he changed his hairstyle, changed his hair color?
The swamp.
What is the deal?
The swamp is fighting back.
Yeah, does he know? Does he know some things? That's the first thing that comes to my mind is, does he actually have some dirt on some of these people, and that's why they're trying to take him out? I don't know. It's just crazy.
He shook it up so much, and they think he can do so much more that they're going to try and keep him out. That's the only thing I can think of.
And for what? Just to try to make the country better? Okay,
No.
You don't agree with his political views. You don't agree with what he did.
I think it's morphed into power now. They know that they can do this and get away with it, so hey, they're going to do it and get away with it.
Well, they're trying. I don't know how well they're doing, but they're trying everything they can, and it just does not seem to be working out. He keeps going up in the polls. I heard a poll just yesterday that, not by large numbers, but he's he's looking like it. If the election was yesterday or tomorrow, he'd be elected. So I don't know. I mean, again, I'm hoping that people are waking up, because the guy is just. He's not the best guy. He's not the nicest guy. But you know what? He made the country better, as far as I'm concerned, for 4 years while he was in office. So
this is, I'm telling you, this is going to be almost like an invitation to shank Trump in prison. That's all it's going to. So now we're segueing into another segment that kind of ties to this. Hillary Clinton, during a podcast hosted by Mark Elias. Mark Elias he was the Attorney General Minnesota.
Oh, in Minnesota,
and he
right.
was DNC co-chair or something.
Right.
Said Trump models himself after Putin.
Oh, whatever.
Clinton said, and I'm going to quote here, Trump was like, just gaga over Putin, because Putin does whatever Trump would like to do. Kill his opposition.
Really?
Imprison his opposition. Drive journalists and others into exile. Rule without any check or balance. End quote. Okay? This is projection.
This is crazy.
Best or worst, however you want to do it. Let's unpack it, all right? Kill his opposition. We just had that segment. The Disgraced Act would effectively kill Democrats' enemies. Face it, Trump is an enemy, right?
Well, he is right now.
It would offer them people to shank him. They might get paid to shank him, right? Imprison his opposition. Biden DOJ has successfully imprisoned the following Trump associates: Paul Manafort, Peter Navarro, Michael Cohen, Steve Bannon, George Papadopoulos, Roger Stone, Rick Gates, and Alan Weaselberg.
Unprecedented, right? When does all this happen?
All Trump associates. And that's not it. Fannie Willis is trying to imprison, I think, another dozen Trump associates in Georgia, including Trump. Letitia James
she needs to worry about herself.
Is trying her hardest to void the bond Trump posted so that he can go to debtor's prison. She's saying that the organization that fronted the bond is not authorized to do that kind of business in New York, so it should be voided.
What is that?
They're trying their hardest.
I know.
What Democrat allies have been imprisoned?
I don't know.
None.
Yeah.
Put it on the notes.
Comments. Name
one or two, whatever. The former FBI agent.
Not saying that there shouldn't have been, but I don't think there have been.
The former FBI agent that falsified an email to get a FISA warrant against George Papadopoulos and do all this spying? No,
you're talking about a guy who was in the wrong place at the wrong time. He
didn't go to jail, that FBI agent. No. The idiots that started the Steele dossier? Yeah. No, they didn't go to jail. Oh no, neither did Hillary Clinton. Ted Kennedy, for when he drove home a date while he was drunk, the car went into a river and she drowned.
Yep.
No, he didn't.
Didn't even try and help her out of the car.
No, he didn't go to prison.
That was a debacle.
Yeah, he didn't try and help her.
And he became a United States senator for years.
How about Hunter Biden? The clock purposely ran out on tax evasion.
Yeah.
The DOJ purposely did that.
Yeah, that's how convenient is that?
So putting your opposition in jail, that's the Democrats. Drive journalists and others into exile. First, can the media mob be called journalists? They're partisans.
Oh my gosh.
Partisans. They don't report facts that are without slant or
no. This is
unbiased.
All opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're partisan actors. Nicole Wallace, Rachel Maddow, Joy Reid, Jim Acosta. I remember hearing so many A-listers saying back in 2016 that if Trump were elected, they would leave the country. Remember that? It was a hysteria.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to leave the country, right? That's Trump driving them out, I guess. Remember that? Yeah, silliness.
Did anybody leave?
Trump hold a gun to their head and say, leave the country or else. No, to my knowledge, none of them left. To whom is Clinton referring to? Drive journalists and others. What others? Okay.
I don't know. This is madness, though.
What about rule without any check or balance, right? Did Trump create workarounds when SCOTUS decided against one of his policies? Did he ever devise a workaround?
No, you wasn't happy about it, but yet he didn't do anything against it.
No,
you know? He didn't thumb his nose at
that's what
the Supreme Court.
the Biden-Harris idiocracy. That's what they do. That's the workaround. That's what they do.
Yep. Just ignore it.
Just to get their thing across.
Right.
I know. I'm sorry,
It's-
Cameron's distracting me.
He's doing some gardening. It's okay. Beautiful day for that.
This is pure projection. I mean, this is totally pure projection. And she went on to say that he wants to be like Kim and Putin and Xi. I mean, we've already said keep your enemies closer. Keep them in check.
Right. We need to get rid of them.
Vote them out. Vote them out.
Get them out.
All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching, Cameron.
Try and have a good day. Thank you. Bye.